Back in session. As far as Mr. Capps' list of witnesses, Chief Deputy Wayne Mize, okay. Chris Davis, okay. Teresa Laws, okay. The videotape of the 6/21/21 incident, okay. The incident report dated 6/21/21, okay. And to get to Mr. Gibbons' list, Esco Jarnigan, okay. Because when you look at the rules of the Civil Service Board, it said the sheriff may suspend. So I guess somebody's going to ask him if he gave Wayne authority to do that. Wayne Mize, okay. Chad Mullins, he was in a meeting apparently with Mr. Coffey and other people. Okay. Teresa Laws, okay. Josh Marcy, the training officer, okay. Chris Davis was on the video, okay. Kevin Tate, no. He was on a video that was 1919, no. George Marshall was the nurse. I suspect that would be a short 2-minute testimony, okay. Richard Corey Kyle, okay.
Just for clarification, Mr. Chairman, Kevin Tate he was not on the video, but he was involved in extracting Mr. Kyle from his or in moving him, I guess I should say, in this incident. He was directly involved initially.
He was on this incident?
That's correct.
So he's on tape?
No, he's not on tape. But whenever they were moving the inmate, the video, I assume you've seen that, just a short period of time they were moving him at that point. And Mr. Kyle had been engaging in some disruptive conduct prior to that video, the blurb was included.
So it was that same day, 6/21?
That's correct.
And he, is he on a video?
No, sir, he's not on the video.
Okay.
But he was involved. This incident occurred whenever they were moving this inmate to a new spot. And so that's when the disruptive behavior began, him being not happy that they were moving him. But Mr. Tate was involved in that process. He was not there to witness the physical altercation, but he was involved in the incident and witnessed Mr. Kyle's behavior prior to the physical altercation.
Okay, we're gonna give a fair hearing. Okay. Now, I'm telling you, as I've said before, our job is to find whether Mr. Coffey was fired arbitrarily or whether it was for a political or personal reason. That's it.
I understand.
We're not gonna weigh other firings and see if they're inconsistent with what happened to him. We don't do that. That's not our job.
As I've said, in order to show that the decision was arbitrary, I do think that's necessary, but I'll wait to see what you say and I'll voice my objection for the record.
Arbitrary. look at your law dictionary, Black's Law
Mr.
Dictionary.
Sempkowski, I've been practicing law for 18 years.
I've been doing it for
I'm very-
47.
I understand. I'm
Okay,
very
I'm gonna
familiar
start
with
arguing
it.
with you.
I'm not trying to argue, but I'm a little insulted by that.
Well, you didn't know the definition of arbitrary.
I disagree with you. I did know it.
It's wrong. As far as the proposed exhibit list, excuse me, we're at George Marshall. Okay. Richard Corey Kyle, okay. I would suggest that you see if he has an attorney and get permission of that attorney to let him testify.
I won't be contacting him directly.
I'm sorry.
I will not be contacting him directly.
Well, however you want to do it, you can ask if he has an attorney and talk to his attorney. On your proposed exhibit list, June 21st, 21 video, Richard Corey Kyle and James Coffey. Chris Capps has asked for that, so, you know, it's okay. Employee termination form, okay. Chris Capps didn't ask for that for some reason, but it seems to be a relevant document, so that's okay. We'll let you.
It's okay, but it's okay with me, Chairman.
You didn't ask for it. You didn't ask for it.
That's fine. Again, I just haven't had an opportunity to
Okay.
compile those.
It's probably an important document. Number 3, the jail incident report dated 6/21/21, okay. Number 4, jail incident report dated 7/2/19, no. Jail incident report dated 10/1/19, no.
For the record, what's the basis for excluding those documents?
Number 4 was jail incident report dated 7/2/19.
What's the basis for excluding those?
It's not relevant or material to anything we're going to decide.
Okay. I just wanted that clear for the record as to why it's being excluded.
Number 5, jail incident reported 10/1 or dated 10/1/19, no. Number 6 is written statement of Chris Davis, July 15th, 2021. Everybody wants him called as a witness. Yeah, if you want his written statement, that's okay. Typically, that's used to cross-examine and make sure Chris Capps takes a copy of that.
We've got a copy. We've got a copy, Chairman.
Hamlin County Jail Procedures 2.8, okay. Hamlin County Jail Policy and Procedure 3.6, okay. Hamlin County Jail Policies and Procedures 3.8, okay. Jail Policies and Procedures 8.1, okay. And this number 11, the investigation file, we're getting into the weeds on that thing. It's been described as a district attorney's investigation file. It's been described as a human resource investigation file. It's been described as a sheriff's investigation file. What is it?
I can shed some light on that. According to the jail, there is no investigation file. The video was taken to Bob Ellis, and that's it.
So there's no human resource file or investigation that was performed as part of this record as there would be in most personnel decisions?
Well, that ends that. There's no such document. Number 12 is the July 15th visitation video of Corey Richard Kyle with his sister. No.
What's the basis of excluding that?
It's not relevant. It's not material.
even though there's a description of how the accident allegedly occurred by Mr. Coffey?
It's hearsay. No, it's not relevant, it's not material, it's not gonna be able to be introduced. Now, let's pick a trial date, or hearing date.
One more thing, Chairman. I would like to reserve the right to use these documents as for rebuttal or impeachment purposes if they become relevant for those purposes.
What documents?
The ones that have been excluded, the basis of being submitted into evidence.
If we find it's relevant, you can,
Okay.
and material.
I can reserve that for that use.
Yeah, if we find it's relevant or material, yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah. Okay, let's pick a, and what I'll do, and what we'll do, what the board will do, we will issue an order, a written order that will set out what we have discussed in this pretrial conference, and I'll get on that as quick as I can and give it to the board secretary, Kim Syke, and tell her, once she types it, to immediately give copies to both of the attorneys. And of course, Wayne Mai's gonna have access to it. And she'll give the board a copy once that's drafted and signed. Now, all that remains, and correct me if I'm wrong, but right now, all that remains is that we pick a date to hear this thing. And I'm thinking, now I do have to take John Fassler into consideration. I mean, he doesn't get paid a lot of money to do this. He loses money. He has to take days off from work to be here. So I want to do it on a date that's, he doesn't lose any money. Neil and I are retired, so we're in a different situation. We're thinking about October 4th or 5th, starting October 4th.
I am out.
And it doesn't prejudice Mr. Coffey, because if we find that the firing was arbitrary, or that the firing was done for a political or personal reason, he gets reinstated with back pay.
But until that time period, he certainly is without. The longer, the rule said that the hearing will be set within 30 days from the date of the request.
Well,
That's well in excess of 30 days.
I stayed that hearing, and then I removed the stay. I did the stay within 10 days. All right,
But it says that the hearing will be set within 30 days.
I stayed the hearing. There was an order you should have received that stayed the hearing.
I did, but even from today, the pre-hearing, October 4th or 5th, is in excess of 30 days.
And I'm not available on either of those dates, just that makes it any easier.
I'm not available the 18th, the 25th of September, but other than that, I mean, we would certainly like a more expedited hearing.
A September date?
Preferably.
Okay. John, anything in September?
Outside of the first.
September
You
1st.
said the first?
I can't do it September first. Outside
Okay.
of that,
Oh, you good any other day?
yes.
Okay. So, Neil, what about your calendar for September?
You got it right over there.
About Friday, the 10th. That work?
Neil can't do it on the 15th. So the 1st and the 15th are out.
Well,
Mr. Gibbons, Mr. Capps,
I assume this will start and be a morning hearing.
yeah, if you want to start at
September 15th.
9 o'clock, we can do that, okay? Because it looks like we're gonna have some witnesses
September
here.
16th.
September 16th, I'm gonna be in Kingsport.
September 17th.
I can't do it on the 17th.
Go on through
gentlemen discussing?
We're looking to see if we can find a dadgum date here.
I heard the 20th mentioned.
He says he can't.
I'll be gone on
Okay.
vacation the 18th.
Okay.
I suggested the 17th as a Friday.
I think Mr. Sempkowski, you said you couldn't do that, Mr. Sempkowski, the 17th?
No, I can't do
Okay.
that.
And the 16th was also a possibility.
16th's fine with me.
I'll be in Kingsport for the girls' concert.
Can you help me fix that?
Well, it's a 2-day seminar that I have to go to on the 15th.
The 15th, I have available too.
Neil does not.
Neil does not.
15th? Can you, Neil?
Yeah, Neil does not.
Oh, no, Neil has a doctor's appointment on 15th. He
The
can't do it.
14th, I have one matter in general sessions in the afternoon. And I could possibly reset that to a different date.
Well,
I've spoken to Mr. Coffey, and based, since we're having so much difficulty, we will agree to move it into October if that's more convenient for the board.
Okay, whatever dates you guys want to pick in September and October,
October
that
7th.
Or the
all
1st.
5 of us can do.
I can't.
We originally suggested Monday, the 4th of October.
Of October 4th.
October 4th, I'm at Big South Fork with the people that Judge Becker thinks that hike.
You said 1st is
Seventh,
out?
the 1st is out, but the 7th,
I could do the 7th or the 8th.
John, I don't want you missing work.
the
Neil,
7th,
7th October.
October 7th works.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
October 7th for everybody. All right, now, October 7th, which is a Thursday. I hope we can get this done in one day. We'll start at, let's start earlier at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? And get those subpoenas typed up and get them to Kim Sipe, that's this young lady right here, who's the board secretary, and she'll contact one of the board members, and any of the board members can sign, issue a subpoena. So get those subpoenas out as quick as you can. Anything else?
From the
Mr. Gibbons,
board.
anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, this pre-trial hearing is adjourned.